They're asking you because of the uniform you're wearing, you know, and they expect you know. So imagine as a cabin crew, you have to be like, I may know it all. Just saying it in a calm way. Like you have just to know quite a lot. So if the television is not working, as a cabin crew, you have to know how to fix it. So this self-motivation, hey, hey, you will need this one. You will need to motivate yourself over and over. You're supposed to go to work and smile and welcome people. Hey, welcome on board. My name is She. How may I best assist you? Can I take you to your seat? At 3 o'clock in the morning. Believe it or not, even the people you're meeting are not in the same mood. But you have to be there. You have to smile. Bye. See you guys. I'll miss you. Hey, what's up? How are you doing, guys? How are you doing? Karibuni and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shiro Wadome. Ha. Today is the day that the Lord has made, so we rejoice and be glad in it, isn't it? Yeah, just saying now, just seeing a day like today, just breathing in and breathing out, that's just a reason enough to thank God. So karibuni and welcome back. This could be your first time here. Karibuni, welcome. Let me just tell you what we do here. We do share story. We do life in the most positive way possible, by sharing stories, people's experiences, and what you can learn. Kimbia nayo. So we have different segments here. We have Chronicles of a Flying Mom, your most favorite hustles at Dubai, where we share people's stories of how they got jobs here, where they came from, what they were doing, and what they're doing right now. That is what we do here. And I hope you find this a good place for you to stay, Cindy. So today's segment is all about sorry, just checking everything is still fine. So today's segment is in the Chronicles of a Flying Mom. You know, right now there's so much happening. Airlines have started going back on a boom. People are still being like, the recruitment is on a high, you know, on a high level. People are just being, you know, they have open days. Like yesterday, there was an open day for Etihad. I hope you guys saw that. I was advertising it on my IG, also on my IFB. So if you're not following me on there, you're missing out. You're really doing missing out. So now we are going to be doing stories and taking care of what is all about the, you know, Chronicles of a Flight Attendant. Now, the topic for today is none other but characteristics of a cabin crew. I know there's quite a number of people who are applying, but really, you know, it's good to know where you're going. What are they looking at? What are the expectations? Now, that is what we're going to be discussing right now. I am going to be backing it up with experiences on board and why you need this characteristic being part of you. Sawa sawa, so you stay tuned and let's do this. Now we're going to start straight on at Hatutaenda Bali. I have some notes here. I know you can hear from my voice like there's a cold. Don't worry, like this is everywhere, but I'm coming down now. It's getting better. So now, one of the number one characteristics you should have is a cabin crew. If you don't have it, you better acquire it before you get there. First, before I even go deep, these are my own opinions. This is something I have learned over time. This is not any company's representation. And no, not at all. Not even where I'm working right now. No, these are my own opinions. This is what I have learned over time. And this is what has helped me, what I have learned from other people and what I have learned by myself. So you can choose to take it. Okay? I'm not saying that if you don't have this, you cannot become one. No, no, no. But these are some of the things that have helped me over time. Over like what? Over 12 years? thereabout, still counting and still loving it. People may be like, but how? 12 years, still doing the same thing. No, you can't be, oh, you must be like, nah, there are people who are still enjoying, and me being one of them. Now, number one, patience. Now, patience is one of the things as a cabin crew that you need. This is something that will help you in life. What say? Hey. Woo. I'll just give you an example. So every other flight you go to, you'll always find someone who's never flown. It's their first time to flying. Now, because you fly over and over so many times, you might realize that, you know everything, you know, and you actually end up forgetting that there are people who are flying there as their new flight. Just remember your first time of flying. We can't say that you knew everything, right? Yeah. So now you'll always find people trying to push the wrong door, and they're not even asking, thinking it's the toilet. So you'll always find that every now and then. Imagine, as a cabin crew, you will always have to explain to people over and over. So this is the toilet door, this is how you open, this is how you push it. My light has gone off, I don't know why. I need to check what is happening. Yes, let's continue now. So we have fixed the light, and I hope it's not gonna act up again. Yes, so we were just talking. Let me make sure that I'm in fitting and you can hear me clearly. Can you? Yes. So we were talking about patience. Your patience will really be needed for your lovely customers, you know, like there's so many times you'll have people, you know, just asking you questions, and you cannot get tired. You cannot get tired of answering these questions. You cannot get tired of showing people around, because you know what, it is their first time. You are the one who works in there, so they expect you to explain to them. I mean, it's just like coming to your own house. I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel when you go in a place and nobody welcomes you or even tells you how to use, I don't know what, how to use a remote probably, you know? I mean, so as a crew, you will be required to be very patient to deal with these kind of questions, because they will always come up over. And one thing that will help you, another characteristics, is being friendly. Being a friendly person, you know, like approachable as well. When a customer comes and sees you, they can feel your warm welcome, like, hey, welcome on board, introduce yourself, the name and all that, with a big smile. Man, that will always go a long way. You guys, I cannot count how many times that has helped me. Yeah, when you're serving your chicken and beef and you run out of one option, hey, you know the smell, you remember the smell, the warm welcome that you had? That is what is going to fight for you here now, right now, because sometimes you run out of one option and you really have to tell your customers, I don't have this meal. Imagine you've been grumpy the whole time. Tell me, how do you think they're going to take it? No, this is not where you come. Oh, if you can even remember their names, some of them, let's say you had a rapport with them, you know, you just, oh, I ran out of beef. Would you like to try the chicken? The chicken is served with this and this and this, because you're just being a friendly person. You've been like that. You're being patient with them, because when they ask for questions, you're not like, you're not rolling your eyes. You've been there, present, trying to assist them. It gives you a smooth sailing. And guess what? This is something that you'll have to repeat over and over for every other flight. This is going to help you for your career. And let's continue. I have said patience and being friendly, being approachable, second one. Now let's go to the third one, being knowledgeable. Guys, this I'll explain with a story. Imagine there are times you will have to be in a certain airport where you don't even know anyone, anywhere. You don't know, you're even also passing by there, because it has happened to me. So in this sense, what I mean being knowledgeable is just knowing your way around, just knowing your whereabouts, what you need to do when someone asks you something. They're not asking you because you're who, they're not asking you because you're Shiro. They're asking you because of the uniform you're wearing, you know, and they expect you know. So imagine, as a cabin crew, you have to be like a Miss Know It All. Just saying it in a calm way. Like, you have just to know quite a lot. So on one of my times, it happened like I was on this, I had gone to New Zealand. It was on Auckland. So we're just passing by. Guys, this was my first time. I'm even a grade 2 that time. I did. So this passenger who was rushing, in the airport. If you've been to airports, you know how people run. Yeah? Kila mtu, especially if you're late for your flight. So this guy was running and running. So he's trying to find for a gate because he just moved from another flight. And the first person he knows, because he doesn't know that airport well, he knows anyone in uniform should know where they're going. So I'm there, I'm walking, going to the aircraft, and then this guy stops me. Excuse me, where is gate? I don't know, let me say like 6A. Guys, I mean, I don't even know. Well, if it's in Dubai and you ask me that, I will know how quickly to, say where it is. But here I am. I'm in Auckland. I don't even know this airport. Never been there. I don't even know which part. In fact, I'm just looking at the red hat so I don't also get lost, And this passenger stops like in a hurry and they ask you, where is gate, whatever. You know what? As a crew, you can't just say, I don't know. You just can't say you don't know. You will always have to try and find a way of helping them, Like now in my case, what I did, I looked at one of the boards, because in most airports, there are so many boards that explain where the gates are and on which direction. So I tried to look and there was none. And now in this case, what do? And you really want to help them. You don't want to look like someone who is like, yeah, of course you don't work there, but you have to help somehow because they expect that, So what I did on this case, I looked for, there was this guy who, these guys who push the trolleys. Now maybe they collect the trolleys and they're taking them to one place. And I was like, this is the only guy who can help. So what you do in that kind of a situation? Get someone who works there. They might not easily know who could be working there, but at least you know. If you see someone who is doing the trolleys, this is someone who works there. So they know the airport very well. If you see a security guard, maybe probably standing somewhere, you can be able to tell, okay, this one works here. They might know. So what I did is I just connected him to someone who was pushing the trolleys, and he explained to them how fast to get there and all that. Save the day. You save the day. And that is being knowledgeable on what to do, on what situation. Next, you get on board, you have to know your everything. Like, guys, if the television is not working, as a cabin crew, you have to know how to fix it. So this is when you put down the smiley heart of the cabin crew and become an engineer, that if you have to get under there and fix the seat for your customer, then you have to. You have to fix that seat. So please, guys, do not ever think that it's just all about, welcoming them and giving them being comfort. Comfort goes a long way, including what they have already paid for. That is including a good seat, a clean seat. So sometimes it's going to be dirty and you didn't check very well when the cleaners clean. Now you have to get there and clean it yourself. Did I say that? Yes, apparently yes. Because if I'm a guest and I come to your home, I'm expecting a clean home. Cindy, I'm expecting, if your seat is not working, you know how to fix it. Okay? So this is something that you will have to be aware of. Be knowledgeable. Know everything around you. If you're going to this seat, but ask any crew, I'm going to Paris. What is the best place? They will always tell you. Oh, I'm going to Dubai. What is the best place to go and visit? They will always tell you. Because these are people who've done their homework very well. They just know it. They know it. And that is one thing that will be expected. So if you're not a person who likes to learn, please start it now. You want to get into this career, start it now. Let me continue. Organized. If you're not an organized person, you will have to create this, because being a cabin crew calls for you to be very organized. Just imagine you have like a flight that is 30 minutes. When I'm saying 30 minutes, let's say it's like 50 minutes in total. So 50 minutes is not when we're going to be flying. There's going to be time for takeoff and there's going to be time for coming down. Here you are, you have over 400 passengers to feed. Give something to drink, give something to eat, and then clear the cabin and prepare it for landing. If you're not organized, if you do not know how to put your priorities right, my friend, you're going to land with the cabin upside down. Hey, Now, this calls for you to be organized in everything that you do. Whatever you plan to do, please prioritize. What is the most important thing for me to do? Do it. You know what? This will help you when it comes to even the interview. If you're a person who is organized and very prioritized in your mind and all that, they ask you questions, you will know how to answer them. Because you know what? This is something that is a character that is in you. You're organized. So when they ask you a question about, okay, you're in this situation, how will you do this? You already start planning yourself. Okay, this and this, this and this. I need to save time because of this and this and this, you know? So this is something that you have to work on. Higher. Guys, am I going so fast? Are you learning something? If you are, please give this video a like. Yeah, I'm going really fast because I don't want this video to be long. I am going really, really fast, and I have my notes here that I have, written. Yeah, I didn't show you in details, but yeah, so that's what I'm going through, and I hope really this video is so far helping you. Yes. So as a cabin crew, you have to know how to do time management. Time management is more or less like being organized. Yeah, it's part of being organized, but in this sense, what I mean is time management is you need to plan yourself well. Maybe let's say you have a flight that is 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, meaning you have to be in the airport 2 hours before. You have to check, okay, 2 hours before. Then before 2 hours, I need time from where I am to that place, to the airport. Okay, then I also need time to prepare. I also need time to sleep, because you know what? You can't wake up in the morning at 7 o'clock, and then you say like you're going for a flight next morning, because maybe if let's say, for example, the flight is at 2 a.m. yeah, and here you are, you woke up like around, let's say, 9, yeah, and you've been up and you're like, okay, because I'm going to the flight 2 hours before 2 o'clock in the morning for the next day. That means 12. So it's basically the same day, late in the evening. So you have to plan yourself what time you're going to sleep. This I'm telling to the people who are aspiring to be cabin crew. You have to really manage your time very well, because if you have that early morning flight and you didn't sleep, and probably the flight is supposed to be 12 hours, that is when you are going to be landing in the other end as a zombie. You know those zombies? You're there, but you're not there. Now, that is very dangerous, and that is not even acceptable anywhere. But are we human beings? Do we get tired? Yes, we do. But with proper planning and time management, you're able to. If you plan your sleep well, you're able to move very well. So it's not going to be a challenge, although sometimes it is. Okay, my second last point, character of a cabin crew that will help you in this career. You have to be understanding and very considerate. Yeah, you do not know where these people are coming from. You do not know what is their intention of traveling. You do not know how tired they were from wherever they are. You do not know. So you have to be very understanding. If you see passengers, let's say like a mom who is traveling alone with a baby and has bags, you jump in and help, because you're being considerate of that lady. She's been walking through the airport, yeah, with bags and a baby, and she has to travel. You don't even know what is the reason of her traveling, so you have to step in there as a cabin crew and assist the lady. Yeah, it's just what would you like it done to you? I mean, it's just like treat someone else as you'd like to be treated. Just consider that other person. Some people travel for different reasons, in the same aircraft. You can have someone who is actually going for honeymoon, and those are people who are bubbly, who are happy. So there's a way you're going to be treating them. There's a way you're going to be, understanding to them. They're ready to, they're in a party mood, they're in a happy mood. They're in the same aircraft. Probably someone is traveling because they've been deported back from the country they were in the same aircraft. There's someone who is traveling because they're going for medicals. And there's someone who is just going home after a long time. All these people have got different emotions. They have got different feelings at the same time, and you have to serve them. Imagine you have to be very flexible to be able to accommodate each one of them, and make them feel comfortable such that by the time they get out of that aircraft, they're like, oof, Felix, that was a beautiful flight, you know? These are just tips that I'm giving you that have helped me through this career. I just choose to look at the good side of my job, the positive side, that I meet many different people, and I'm also able to be of assistance to so many people, you know, because I take it like you're coming to my house. How will I treat you? That is how I try to keep it, and it has helped me over time. Now, the last one that I'm going to be tackling on today is self-motivation. Hey, you will need this one. You will need to motivate yourself over and over again, because sometimes our body clock sometimes is telling you, Shiro, you know what? It's time to sleep. But in actual sense, you're actually supposed to go to work and smile and welcome people. Hey, welcome on board. My name is She. How may I best assist you? Can I take you to your seat? At 3 o'clock in the morning. Believe it or not, even the people you're meeting are not in the same mood. But you have to be there. You have to smile. Ask me, what do you do? Hey, guys, if you have to do it and do it until it becomes part of you, just do it, because you cannot afford to obey your body clock, which is telling you it's time to sleep. Please just go to sleeping mode, and you're supposed to be working. It's going to be extra hard for you. Sometimes it is even harder when it's on a holiday. It's a holiday season. People are going home. Others are going to meet their loved ones. And here you are, you're going to work. Let me give you a short story just before I close this video. So, it was on 31st of December. Ndio mimi nimepanda ndege. I'm going to work where I was going on a Nairobi flight. Those who've been here know that I'm from Nairobi. That is my hometown. So I was going home just before the cross of the year. So I go home and I'm meeting my family and I'm just telling them, oh, I'll be working, I'll not be here with you, I have to go to work. So it was just right the time before me going to work, like, you know, and our takeoff was like around 11:50 something, just before the crossover of the year. So I have to be in the airport 2 hours before. So my family members there, I remember my brother-in-law is asking, guy, unaenda kazini saizi yani? Yani unaenda job? And I was just there like, oh, I have to. That is what we call, you signed up for this. Someone has got to do it, you know. And so, guys, I went on the flight. You know, those moments you're like, Shiro, you're here now. You better do it and do it the right way. So guys, these are some of the things that you just have to motivate yourself. You know, clearly your family are going to be going out for keishas, for I don't know what. They're going to be celebrating, but that is a time you're there welcoming others. But guess what? Someone has got to do it. You have to just motivate yourself to do it, because you know what? Even those who are traveling, probably you're actually carrying a doctor who is going to save someone else's life. So, yeah, he could be somewhere else doing something else or celebrating the family, but the duty has called. Now that person needs to travel from one place to another, and someone has got to take care of that person traveling from one place to another. So you can imagine, we are not all alone. Some people are working somewhere else. That is how you look at it. My boy is calling. Just give me a moment. Yes, let's finish it up by saying, you know what, someone has got to do it. You have to, guys. I don't want to talk too much. I just hope in this short video you've learned something. Check yourself. Do you think you have these characters? Can you be able to acquire them? There's many more that is needed of you, but these are just the few that I could manage to talk about now, and I hope you've learned something. Guys, it is time for you to subscribe. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Please do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Yes, it is right there. So please do. I really, really appreciate. Let's keep on growing. Share this with more people. If you have more questions, keep them coming. Next time I will be answering. It is going to be a question and answer of what is happening. If you want me to do a live video where I can pre-plan for you guys, we meet up on the same day and ask me the same question, the questions that I can answer immediately, let me know. Just comment right there and we'll be more than happy to do that. So for now, karibuni sana and thank you. Until next time, stay blessed.
You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Oh, day. You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Oh, day.